Good morning, everybody. It is a nice rainy day out here on the East Coast. Just about the end of summertime. Perfect day to get some decoupage done. And I thought I might give you some ideas to inspire you or to spark some creativity. This is one of those porcelain houses. I actually got this at a flea market for next to nothing. It's got two places inside of it for votives, and what I did was I did a napkin decoupage over that. I have a video, not for this specific one, but for that one. That's actually a cookie jar, ceramic or porcelain. I've got the video on that. That was some type of a colonial color. It was a Christmas gift with cookies in it. I wanted to reuse it, but I did not like the design at all. So I just used a special paint over it, decoupaged it, and you can do that with any of your Christmas village houses. That is actually something in my book. From my book. I am the author of Upcycle with Decoupage. And this was actually a clear, plain glass votive. And I did a faux stained glass procedure on that. That's in the book, step-by-step instructions. You can see how pretty that looks when the lights are out or dimmed. It is daylight, so that's about as dark as I can get it, but you get the idea. And that's another votive that I'll be working on a video for that for Christmas because it's specifically an angel. There's some interference paint that you may not be familiar with, but it gives a very pretty, dreamy type of an effect. That was just a whiskey bottle. That's also a project in my book. I also took these baskets that sometimes you just acquire a bunch of baskets, whether they're gift baskets or you just see one somewhere and say, oh, that's pretty, I have to have it. And rather than throw them away, I wanted to reuse them. So I took this long basket, which was a color I didn't like, painted it, decoupaged it. That was a hideous color pink. That wicker waste basket, I was so happy when I finished that. These two projects are in my book. That is a matchbox. Those matchboxes you get in the store, if you can see on the side there, I just left the strip open so you can still strike matches on there. These are candles. I have a video up right now on how to decoupage candles. These make great, great gifts. You can personalize them. You can take copies of pictures that you have and decoupage them on there. The video that I have tells you how to put your wedding song or someone else's wedding song on the candle, or I show you how to decoupage that onto the candle so that you've got a really pretty gift there. Another practical idea. Down at the bottom there, that is one of those paper mache hearts sitting on top of my book. Here's some ideas for metal. That was an old watering can that really needed updating. Instructions are in my book. This is a coffee can, and it's rather large but perfect. This is going to sound funny. It's the perfect size to keep a roll of spare toilet tissue in. So if you can find napkins, that's what those are, napkins that match your bathroom decor, if that's what you want to use it for. That's the perfect size. Those large coffee cans are the perfect size for a roll of toilet paper. The lid is back there behind that little tin. That tin, it's just a can that string beans came in. And as you can see, I keep some of my artsy markers in there. That's just a tiny little birdhouse. I'm getting carried away with that script napkin, right? I put it on everything once I found it. And then this is one of those birdhouses that I found it for a very good price. It was just a plain dull white, and I had to decoupage it. The instructions for that are in my book. Then down there, that's just a little pretty piece of wood. You know, you could get those wooden pieces in the craft store. I don't know if you can see it. You can see a little bit of it as I move the camera. Hopefully, in your opinion, too, I am saving the best for last. This is one of my absolute all-time favorite projects. I did this, I think, about 2 years ago, and it holds up beautifully. That was a plain pleather planner. I believe it was either navy or black. It was very dark. I put some glass beads on there, glass glitter. There's some pearls. I decoupaged the surface. There are some elements that I found in the scrapbook department. I went and decoupaged that. Instructions for that are in my book. That is my jewelry board. Now, I don't know if you can tell from here, that was a kitchen cabinet door. And so I've done quite a few of these. I've sold quite a few of these. They are so practical. This is also in my book, the how-to on this, because there's not just decoupage, but as you can see along the edges here, I used some plaster. I covered up some of these flowers. Those are hydrangeas. I aged it a little bit. You can see I love some pearls, right? And I tell you how step by step you can put these, it's really not difficult. You can put these pegs in there so that you can hang your jewelry on there. There's another little birdhouse that I covered in, it's going through my paisley phase, I think. I covered that in a ton of glitter. Another idea, someone asked me if I wanted this set of shelves, and I took this plain white beat up shelf. It's wooden. I did a faux finish on the side, decoupaged over top of that. Then I decoupaged over the top. You can use 2 different papers too. I put 1 sheet of wrapping paper over the top. And as long as you protect it with any type of a top coat, you're fine. This it still is, a hamper. Someone was getting rid of this, and I have to tell you why I took it. Normally I would say, I don't want your hamper, thank you. I was looking online for some type of an attractive cover for the kitty litter box. I took the back and the base off of this hamper, took this off, decoupaged it. I also used some stencils on the top here. That, I believe, is a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote. Spring laughs and flowers. This was that very old green color that you used to see in kitchens. Was it an avocado? Yeah, an avocado green. So I painted it a dark green. This was going to go in an area where there were a lot of plants. I wanted to hide that kitty litter box. Decoupaged over the paint. Did the stencil there, spring laughs and flowers. I did also down here do some one-stroke painting with the puffy paints. But that now covers the kitty litter box. And finally, this is one of the hydrangea wreaths that I made. In one of my other videos, I showed you how to dry and dye hydrangeas. Turn off the light. And this actually doubles as a wreath where I can hang it up. I just have a few little Christmas lights down there. Or a candle holder. That's one of those straw wreaths that I put the hydrangeas into. There's some glitter on there. I don't know if you can see it, but either way, hey, thank you so much for subscribing, for comments. Whoops. Get that out of there. And anybody else out there, Miss Carol Duvall, I just wish they would even bring back the repeats. I hope that in some way I was able to inspire you today. You may want to try some of these projects on your own. My book again is Upcycle with Decoupage. It is down there under the paper mache heart. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you next week with another video. Bye-bye.